I had studied the Sermon on the Mount before doing the Bow study, but after doing the Bow study, I realized that I just had a surface understanding of it. There were so many aha moments in this study that it was particularly memorable for me. Right away, in the very first lesson, I was amazed to discover that the Beatitudes, the blessed R's, have a much deeper meaning than I had understood. I thought that blessed was simply something that God bestows on you at certain times, but blessed actually means flourishing, and that carries with it the idea of participation, participating and living out a God-centered life. That really got my attention. I thought, how did I not know this? How did I not understand that God's call on my life was much higher than I thought? That one teaching in the very first lesson just really opened my eyes. Another significant revelation for me also, I think, came in the very first lesson, and that came out of Matthew 5:20. And this is where Jesus talks about the righteousness that you need in order to enter the kingdom of heaven. Because I had an after the cross view of this verse, I thought that Jesus was talking about the righteousness that he gives at salvation. And while it is true, you do need his righteousness in order to enter the kingdom of heaven, that's not what the audience of the Sermon on the Mount would have understood. In this context, Jesus was talking about the way that we're to live as his followers. That's much different than what I had understood. And just that one observation changed the way that I looked at the sermon. The teaching in each of the lessons, the quotes from biblical authorities, and the definition of key words will help lead you to those aha moments also, and that's throughout the entire study. I was constantly challenged to answer questions that I never considered before. Not only was this fascinating, but it also served to sharpen the way that I thought and train me to ask better questions. But it's not just about understanding correctly. It's about deepening your love and your obedience to God. This study and all of the Bow studies, they take you back to God. They encourage you to seek him for understanding and to grow in your love for him, which ultimately leads in a more obedient and godly life. It's an amazing study, and it has the potential to change your life.